Hello. So a while ago I posted a video where I basically just did event towers only, and it was like my first long form, so it was kind of dookie and I ended up losing. But since the Ducky event came out, a new event tower came out and the Swarmer got reworked. So I'm going to be attempting event towers only on fallen mode, and we'll see if I can finally win. My loadout's going to be Swarmer, Biologist, Cryomancer, Sledger, and Jester. I'm going to go ahead and do it on U-turn. And I think for this early game I might as well just go with like Biologist. So I'm just going to skip a wave and then get one down. But I don't think early game's going to be the problem anyways. Alright, in about 5 seconds I'm going to be able to skip and get my first Biologist, which honestly should pretty much carry me for the first portion of this game. I doubt I'm really gonna have any trouble until probably later on. I mean, I do have supports like Cryomancer and Sledger and Jester, but nothing buffing my towers or doing any of that, and no eco. So as long as I just focus on raw DPS, I definitely have a good chance at this. But for now, it's I think gonna be only Biologist, and I don't know whether I should get another one or upgrade it. I think I'm just gonna save for the upgrade, which I'll be able to get next wave. You know, I've never really tried using Biologist for early game, but to be honest, it's not doing too bad. Now we're probably going to leak here, but that's fine because I'm going to skip and get this upgrade. Now we're going to be able to have 2 Sunflowers at the same time, so we should be fine for a while. Next wave, Fallen Squire comes out. I think we'll be able to kill it. We're tanking a little bit. Yeah, but I think it's not going to really matter. Here comes the Fallen Squire, and yeah, it looks like we're going to be able to kill him pretty easily. I'm going to go ahead and get one more Biologist. This one I might set to Ivy just to help with a little bit of crowd control. And I think once I start making a lot of money, I'm going to go for Swarmers and also a few Sledgers. And yeah, no big issues so far. Now, I'm not sure which ones have... Okay, the Sunflowers have hidden detection. Good, because next wave we have a few hiddens, but we'll definitely be okay. And yeah, it looks like we're taking these Fallen Souls down with relative ease. And there we go. I think I'm gonna get one more Biologist level 2, and then I might get some supports and then just Swarmers. I've actually only tested out Swarmer in Sandbox, so it'll be cool to see whether or not it can actually perform well in an actual game. But I know for a fact, if we make it to the last wave, we will take down the Fallen King with no problem at all. And I think I have all my detections covered with Biologist, like flying, hidden, all that stuff. I think it would actually be better to spam a few Jesters, because the best part about it is that the bees stack, and upgrading them all at one time I feel like seems like a little bit of a waste of money. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 3 and focus on upgrading them. Here comes the Fallen Necromancer, which will kind of be a DPS check to see if we're actually doing well. So I'm curious to see whether or not that we're doing good damage, and yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, we're shredding up this Necromancer. Yeah, didn't get far at all. Once I get these guys upgraded a bit, I think I'm just going to go for Biologist. But then once we start facing some like higher health stuff or faster stuff, I'm gonna get some Sledgers, definitely. And yeah, it looks like we're taking down everything like really easily. I'm actually kind of surprised. We're doing some great damage. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of my Biologists and then get some Sledgers. I think it's about time that I start getting some supports. I'm gonna get a Cryomancer right here just because things are starting to get a little far. And then yeah, I think I should probably get some Sledgers. And yeah, it looks like I'm not gonna need that Cryomancer. Never mind. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and get... What's the best place for this Sledger? I guess I'll just spread them out a bit. I'll get like one up here, a few over here, and then just upgrade them a little bit. I want to get some Biologist upgrades just so I can get the Ivy or the Nightshade, so I can get a little bit of stunning too. So far we've been doing actually really well. Much better than the last time I tried this. I might go ahead and get... Oh yeah, I should probably get a Cryomancer right here because... Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's definitely about time that I get some more Swarmers. Things are definitely starting to push a little bit farther than I would like. And I always forget to use this ability that the Swarmer has. I don't know why. I'm going to get Cryomancers just to aid with some freezing, because Sledgers are really good and all, it's just they're kind of expensive, especially since I don't have any money generation. So since Cryomancers are so cheap, I think they'll be a big help for now. I'm going to get one right here just to kind of use the Pierce, and then just focus on a few Swarmers. Actually, I'm going to get one more upgraded Swarmer, then just go for Biologists. And yeah, now with these Cryomancers, we're getting some pretty good stalling. Hidden stuff is definitely getting kind of far just because of like aggro stuff over here, kind of pulling our tower's attention. So I definitely want to up my damage a little bit. And to do that... Oh, we just took a pretty big hit. I have no idea what that was. I think it was something that was hidden. I guess I'm just blind or something. But yeah, I think it's about time that I start buffing up my defense a little bit. That was a little scary. I'm going to use some of my abilities just to get some crowd control going. And yeah, it looks like it's working. We're 3 waves away from the flying. So I think once it hits like wave 27, I'm going to switch a few to, of course, the nightshades, so that way we can detect those. And probably from now on, just go for swarmers. And here comes the fallen shield, and it looks like, yeah, we're doing some pretty heavy damage. I think we're going to definitely kill him. Yep, no problem. We're cruising through this game. Honestly, I think the only scary waves are ones that are going to kind of test our detections. But other than that, I think we're going to kind of cruise for now. I have a lot of money, so I think I'm going to go for... Hold on. Yep, it's now wave 29, so here comes some flyings, and let's see how we do against them. It seems like our damage isn't looking too good against them, but the confusion on the nightshades are kind of helping us kill them. I think if it didn't have the confusion effect, we definitely would have died there, but thankfully it does, and I think we'll be okay. I think I should maybe get some sledger upgrades, since I'm starting to get a lot more money. And then, of course, since Swarmer is going to be my main DPS later, just go for Swarmers. And here comes wave 31, which is usually a pretty troubling wave in some of my videos. So let's see if we can take everything out. And yeah, it seems like with all the stuns and confusion we have going on, that we'll be able to take everything out. And yep, nothing really gets far. Everything's getting kind of stun locked. That's nice. These fallen rushers with about 1,000 HP each are kind of pushing. So in order to combat that, I think I'm just going to keep upgrading my biologists. And I almost have all my biologists maxed out. And once I do that, I think I'm going to upgrade my sledgers. So it's wave 33 now, and here comes a fallen summoner. So I think we're going to get a little DPS check once we kill everything out in front. And yeah, it looks like our DPS is looking really, really good right now. And now I think I'm just going to focus on sledgers. So we're at wave 35, and here comes a fallen honor guard. I think my predictions are, as long as we can make it to the last wave, we'll be okay. But I think the hardest part is just going to be making it to that last wave. Yeah, and it seems like we're shredding this fallen honor guard pretty good. So that just means time to spam more swarmers. I have a ton of money, and I think I'll be able to max all my sledgers. And yeah, I have all my sledgers maxed, all my biologists maxed. So I think my best option would probably be to just focus on swarmers. I don't think jester's really a good investment since I already have a ton of stunning and stuff like that. So yeah, swarmers it is. I'm actually kind of running out of good spots to place my swarmers. I mean, I have so much money. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I can just sell and replace them if I need to. It's wave 37, and we're kind of getting stunned, but it doesn't really matter because we're just doing so much damage. And I'm starting to get kind of an FPS drop because of how much stuff is placed right now. I think I'm doing so much damage that I can start putting some more biologists to nightshade, so that way I have all the flying detection I need. Some flying stuff is starting to leak through. So that's what I'm going to do. I think we should be okay, though. They're all getting confused, and our biologists, nightshades, have really good range. And yep, look at that. We killed all of them, and I have pretty much all my towers placed, except for one more swarmer. And what would be a good spot? There are no good spots, jeez. I guess just right here, I guess. And yeah, there we go. All my swarmers are now placed. All my towers are all maxed out. So now it's just time to wait. Wave 39 is the last wave before the Fallen King comes out. And I think if we can beat wave 39, we most likely will be able to beat the Fallen King. And it seems like everything's getting shredded pretty hard, to be honest. And it does look like we're probably going to be able to kill everything. And yep, the Fallen Guardian is stuck, and there we go. We did end up killing everything, so now it is time for wave 40. And it's time to test on whether or not only event towers can beat Fallen mode. I think I'm going to switch a few of my biologists to just the sunflowers, so we're doing the most DPS possible. And yep, here comes the Fallen King. I also want to make sure that I do have a few Ivy because these Fallen Angels are also there. But I don't think those are going to pose a pretty big threat. I actually think I will keep a few Ivies, keep a few Nightshades because they're getting kind of far without taking much damage. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to kill them. And yep, it looks like we will. Now that everything's cleared out in front of the Fallen King, we're only focusing on him. And yeah, we're taking off quite a bit of damage. I'll make sure to micro some of my swarmers to the back here and sell my sledgers. It does look like we're doing really, really, really good DPS. So I think as long as we don't get screwed over by spawns, we'll be fine. And it does not look like that's what's going to happen. And yep, I just had a huge lag spike, but there you have it. Event towers only can beat fallen mode now. Well, anyways, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you want to, and have a great day. Bye.